huh?
Yeah, so 5 months old. She's only been with us for just about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Got her from Rightway Rescue.
Okay.
She was surrendered with her litter by owner. Up to date on vaccines, rabies, shots, and then did her first vet visit yesterday for some of the elective vaccines. So she did have those, but hasn't had any signs of soreness or anything.
Okay.
This is our first time at a park.
Okay.
So that's fun.
Seems fine. Do they know what she's mixed with?
No.
No?
But we did just submit a
The
DNA test.
DNA test.
We got one on.
Sure,
The
because
ones from
for
Amazon.
Dane,
Yeah.
5 months, right?
Yeah. A little
She's a little
small.
small. Yeah.
Thank God.
So, but I can
She's
definitely see the Dane.
37 pounds.
Okay.
They said maybe Mastiff mix, but I don't know.
Okay, because I'm looking at the mouth, right? That
Yeah.
kind of dark colored mouth. From a distance, because I saw you with her, was sniffing over there, and I'm like, I wonder if that's her. I
Yeah.
thought she was a pit, but then as you got closer, I can see the lankiness of a
Lens.
Dane and all that stuff.
Somebody else was like maybe boxer mix.
Yeah, I could see that.
Hey, Penny.
All right, well, I guess we'll find out what the
Yeah,
test
we'll
says.
let you know when it comes. Oh, when it comes back. I think from goals from a training perspective wise, she's already nearly 40 pounds, so obviously so critical to have great leash training and such. But I'm excited.
Is this your first Dane? Have you had Danes before?
I've not. We had French Mastiff and then a Bulldog Bull Mastiff
Okay.
mix. So we were thinking about a Mastiff, and then and then we found her.
Okay, so you're familiar with big dogs then?
Yeah.
Okay. I get a lot of first-time dog owners that get a Rottweiler. I'm like, why would you get this as a first-time dog owner? Yes, it happens more often than you would think.
She's a chiller, and I still am
She's got a little
overwhelmed.
mohawk like that, like a Rhodesian
Yes, in the
back there. Yeah.
anytime she gets a little scared, it'll go.
Yeah.
I know. I'm excited to see what the results are going to be.
Yeah, those aren't hackles though. That's just. I'm assuming at home, you also see the rare. Yeah.
This
so
will
that's
go
not
up
stress.
in the back if she gets scared.
For hackles. Yeah, I got you. What scares her?
Well, she's only been in the city for 2 weeks, so last week, unfortunately, with the 4th of July, the fireworks were just hellish, or were really tough, and then the storms was a little bit worried because I think she hasn't experienced rain on her paws before.
Okay.
And then stairs and doorways.
Okay.
But aside from, nothing.
Crazy.
No,
Okay.
and even then, it's just a second to, aside from the rain and the fireworks, everything else, it was just okay, let me assess, figure it out. She was, going to the vet yesterday, I was shocked how well she did. It was so easy.
Good.
Aside from when she was getting separated from me to get the shots, but
Was
in
she
fairness,
pulling
that's
back
kind
to you?
Yeah, she was just a little whine. Or she was a little mad because we tricked her. I walked outside as if I was going with her, and then
Just barking, or
whining.
Whining. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's had. I feel like she's pretty well adjusted.
Yeah, I'm observing her right now. Inquisitive, curious of the environment, walking around, right? Not really being stressed out or kind of phased by anything. So all that's pretty normal. And the questions that I asked her just help me kind of get a feel for the pup.
I'm trying to think of anything else.
Yeah, all that stuff seems pretty standard to me. Nothing that to me is concerning. I'm assuming with your other Mastiffs, you had them trained as well?
Yeah.
And how'd you go about training with them?
Same situation. Well, for them, we got them earlier, so started earlier, and then worked through a company. But I grew up in Evanston.
Okay.
And then Nick and I, my fiance, he couldn't come today because of dentist appointment. But what we were thinking was to go through the training with her, and then we do have travel in November, which I know is a little bit past the 6-month mark, but might choose to do the boarding stay with you guys during that time too, just to have continuation. But I think she must have had really great owners, because not afraid of her crate at all, loves it. Of course, a little bit annoyed with us if we're leaving for work or something along those lines. But we're focused on making sure that she's comfortable in the crate with or without us in the house. And then we do live in a townhome, so I think making sure that she's going up the stairs really well right now, and we haven't really started her going down the stairs because I want to get, oh, you had to do that? We want to get like a runner for it.
Sure.
So she doesn't slip and slide around.
I gotcha.
And then very great socially, like couldn't believe it. I have friends who have dogs. We live in on like Cleveland Court. It's a like kind of townhome community, and
Okay.
she's probably met 7, 8, 10 dogs so far, and
Okay.
like we'll be polite to them. Come here. Come on. Stay with us. The only time that she got a little spooked was because my friend's dog has like an issue, close friends of ours with other dogs, so we muzzled the other dog, and she did like go for Penny, but within 15 minutes, we were in an enclosed space. Penny just was like, I am going to ignore you because you're not nice to me.
Yeah.
So like did not have a negative reaction, didn't come to us, was just like, what are you doing? And with Gwen, our friend's dogs, we're just gonna keep her muzzled until she's comfortable around Penny, I think, too.
That's good. Because usually with puppies, they're so curious that they'll annoy the other dog. So the fact that she was
Not
able to give
jumpy.
space within 15 minutes is pretty good.
And then like the only time she's jumpy is when my fiance, I mean, it's his fault. He'll be like, come here, come here, come here.
Oh, sure.
And I'm like, okay, Nick, you gotta,
you'll provoke
I'm
it.
like, you gotta come to the training because we have to be trained
Yeah,
too. And then we haven't really started like command training aside from like she can do, if she's not too distracted, come to our hand and get a treat. And then is doing much better already with going to the bathroom outside.
Okay.
She's smart, so a little bit of a trickster, like we'll pretend to pee.
Yes.
And then we're like, okay, liar.
Yeah. No.
Um,
When I tell people about that, like some of them are like, I've never seen that before. I'm like, yeah, like with puppies, they'll play you.
yeah, I'm like, you think I'm a fool? Penny.
How'd you find us?
Okay, my friends from work, so Mal Tedesco and Amanda Wang. So if you know Bo.
We just saw Dante.
Really?
I think last weekend, if not,
Oh my
sometime
gosh,
last week.
they were in, I knew Bo Wang's dog before she did the training. We're together here, and she was sending me all the Instagram videos. She was like, you have to. And I was like, I mean, Mal and Amanda, I've worked with for 8 years, and I was like, I trust you guys with like my life. So,
Oh, it's nice.
Honey, come here. Yes.
Did they fill you in on how we go about training?
No, sorry, I have no idea. I don't even know how long we're gonna be here for
No,
today.
it's roughly an hour, and if we cover
Cool.
everything in a shorter amount of time, and if you have more questions, completely up to you.
Okay, cool.
But I specialize like off-leash training.
Oh, cool.
I do primarily prong and e-collar. I don't do a whole lot of prong now.
That was gonna be one of my questions. We have this, I feel like when you go on the internet, there's a million different perspectives on like what works best for a dog. So we're totally flexible on your guys' expertise on like what will work best as Penny's growing up, as she's growing up. And then we did sign, of course, the waiver for e-collar, like the consent. Yeah.
So, are you familiar with these tools? Like what they are?
Conceptually, so the prong collar, the metal one that distributes weight, and then e-collar.
Correct.
Okay.
Do you know why the prong collar looks the way it looks?
Well, one, the metal doesn't have flexibility, and then two, it can distribute the weight across the neck so it doesn't have trachea problems or esophagus
That's part
problems.
of like the design.
Come here.
You're talking about like the distribution of pressure,
Yeah.
which is correct. But it looks like, because it has the
Teeth?
the spikes,
Yeah.
the teeth. Yes, it's meant to mimic a dog bite.
Oh.
Because a lot of
I didn't
times
realize
people
that.
look at it and they go, "Oh, that's so menacing." I'm like, "Well, this is why how it's designed."
Yeah.
Because dogs nip and bite each other. And then remote collar. Have you ever been to a chiropractor, physical therapist?
Yes.
Have you ever had TENS therapy?
Yes.
The
Like the little waves. I
muscle
had it.
stimulator.
Yes.
Correct. That's an e-collar.
Oh.
Okay. So a lot of people think of it as electrocution. It's not the case. It's just
It's like stimulation.
correct.
Almost.
And similar to when they apply it to humans, like I'm assuming they said, we're gonna start low, we're gonna work our way up. When it becomes too much, let us know, and then they dial it down, and then they let the machine do its work. It's typically how they apply it with humans.
Okay.
For dogs, it's very much the same. We start lower, generally around 15, and then we work our way up until we find a number that the dog responds to. Now that number may be different according to the context. Like here, we're at Oz Park.
Right.
On a scale of 1 to 10, this is probably a 3 or 4. This gets crazy busy here, by the way. Okay?
That's great. This is our first time, and we had a park. I don't know what I'll do next time. Well, hopefully, eventually, we'll just walk here because we live on the other side of North Ave.
Okay.
But crossing streets right now, she we're not super reliable. So like practicing early in the morning when there's not a ton of traffic, but I'm like midday on a Sunday, I don't need her stopping in the middle of North Avenue and me having to do the scoop and run.
Yeah. Does she like just go like this and put the brakes on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's interesting. Like if we're going back home and she recognizes that, she's a little bit more comfortable.
Okay.
But entryways, like thresholds, street walk, like she's a little bit apprehensive at first.
Okay. There's a possibility, if you move forward training, that we would see that behavior and we'd be able to address it. And then it's essentially the same process when trying to get her to cross the street. Okay.
Cool.
So because prong and e-collar are stressors, we're going to see stress responses. Okay. It's perfectly normal. You might see things like with the shutting down, pulling back, resisting. We even get dogs that might like try to bite the leash and pull it. Every dog is different. I can't predict how it's going to look, but we have to work through it, right? If we don't work through it, essentially what the dog learns is if I do this behavior, the thing I don't like goes away. And that's counter to what we want to do. But then once you work her through it, she now has a understanding. So like, let's say you're trying to cross the street, she puts the brakes on, you'd press the button, and then she goes, okay, I know what to do here, and it would push her forward. And eventually that behavior goes away, and then she walks across the street like any other dog.
Perfect.
Okay, so
neither tool I have any bother with. So
with the prong collar, I rarely use anymore. It's more so like as an additional tool if needed. So like I had a client who was like probably this tall and maybe like 100 pounds, and she had a 140-pound reactive Great Dane, and she lived in Bucktown. So it was like dogs everywhere. So I told her we're going to do prong and e-collar because I have to compensate for the size difference. And then sometimes, she could turn a corner and there'd be a dog there. So she needs that immediate control while we're working on the reactivity. Until she got to the point where she could walk the dog no problem.
That's what I was saying to Nick. I was like, within 4 days of having her home, I was like, we got to get this started ASAP because she could, I mean, not with her mixed breed, I don't think will outweigh me, but it'll be close. And definitely stronger than me.
Be up there. Like currently she's what, 35, 40?
Yeah, 37.
37?
So, great eyes.
So chances are, I'm going to say like
110.
No. I'm going to say like 60, 80.
What? You think that small?
So because so typically a Great Dane,
you're just gonna be a runt.
They're pretty tall at 6 months.
You're a runt? I'm just kidding. Sorry. I'm just kidding. You're a mix.
Usually a dog will hit their height around 6 months, and like kind of with teenagers as humans. You get tall and lanky. And then you fill out. Like me when I was in high school was this tall, and it's just way skinnier. I think I was probably like 80 pounds skinnier in high school.
So she might not even be like predominantly Great Dane.
Yeah. No.
You think she's? I mean, that's how it goes with the rescue.
Yeah.
Well.
Also, if you look at her paws, like they're not
that big.
Yeah. So I would probably say around 60, 80. I mean, I could be wrong. I've had dogs have growth spurts in the last in the 6 month mark, whatever. But generally, that's where a lot of the growing is done by 6 months. There might be a little bit of a height difference, but majority of the time, 6 months. Okay.
Cool.
But I've been wrong, so.
But you're just saying that.
That's what I would guess. But still a sizable dog, especially because their center of gravity is lower than ours, which gives them so much more leverage than us. And that's why you see people getting pulled down that way.
Right, irregardless of size, the training. Well, it's for her own safety as well.
So, and you said she's 5 months, right?
Literally like almost to the day. January 30th was her birthday. So, whatever, 5 months and a week.
Okay. So, what's nice is that with like these larger breeds is that we actually could start with these tools earlier. Like you don't have to wait. So I usually do 6 months. At the 6 month mark, we start doing what I call big boy for girl training. But for like the power breeds or larger breeds like her, we can actually start a little bit earlier because they mature faster than like a smaller dog.
She's doing so well.
Yeah, no, she's good. She's fairly balanced. Like she's not barking, she's not frustrated, she's not getting bored. I mean, she's bored and like wandering. But like I get dogs that are like barking and jumping at the owner.
The only time she'll get like a little bit nasty, but it's normal. It's like if she's overtired in the evening, like if we're like post dinner before we're putting her for the the night, and then she'll get like the whatever.
The zoomies.
Yeah. And be like a little bit of a flapper around, and is like, I'm so done with this.
Yeah.
And I'm like.
She's got a little personality.
Yes. And good memory.
Yeah.
She's like, we went away for a day and our friend stayed with us and we came back and she was like, abandonment.
Oh, really?
But she's fine. Okay, sorry, I keep
No,
interrupting.
you're fine. So like if we're doing the in-person, on the weekends I'm here.
Okay, cool.
Currently on Saturdays I'm here. During the week I'm at my facility. Where we train doesn't matter. Clients just like it when we're here because they get the experience of being in a distracting environment.
Yeah, I don't
And-
know. The only thing, does your facility, the stairs is the only thing that I wasn't sure where we could train her. I don't know if there's like stairs around here at the park.
Oh, to like work on stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a problem. Well,
Okay.
I have stairs in my facility.
So then I don't know if we could do like a mix for
Yeah.
like the training pack so she can get that too. But I love the idea of a park. And again, we live so close. It's so perfect.
So usually what we do, like, so if like Saturdays here at the park work for you, then you book it here, you book your time.
Perfect.
Depending on the length of program that you do, like let's say you did 6, for example.
Yeah.
It would be 6 weeks plus 1. You're given this kind of a placeholder time, not placeholder, but like that's your time. Let's say it's 11 on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Right. No one can take that time from you. Every now and then I have like a client that's booked in the past ahead of time, so we might reschedule.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're given what we call a priority. No one's going to take 11 o'clock
Okay.
from you.
Cool.
And if one day you're like, hey, we want to work on stairs, this has to be at the facility, we may change the time because if I'm here for my other clients,
Right.
then we meet over there at a different
That
time.
makes sense.
But yeah, we can split things up like that. That's not an issue. The only time there's any kind of travel fee, for example, is like during the week, if a client wants to meet me here, then I have to leave where I'm at to come
Right,
here,
that
and
makes
then there's a
sense.
fee. Or if they want to do it in-home, there's a fee. Otherwise, if the client is meeting me where I'm at for the day, there's no fee.
Okay.
But sometimes there's stuff that are in the home that only happen in the home that clients want to work on.
Yeah.
So I'll tell them just wait towards the end, and then you can book your in-home session,
As
and then we
like
can
the
address
final.
those things exactly. Okay. In terms of like her obedience training, like how well trained do you want her to be?
Very well trained.
Okay, because it can be to the point where like you could travel with your dog, meaning like you could even fly with her.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So that's, I don't know if it works out. I can't, July. But that was why we were maybe thinking like we can do the sessions with y'all. And then we are gone 2 weeks in November for like an international trip. So that's
wow.
why I know. A wedding. But anyways,
Sounds fun.
so I didn't know if that would be like a nice way to do it where we have the sessions with you guys and then do the boarding boot camp mix.
The board and train.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
board and
I
train.
gotcha.
But is that too late for her?
So
Because she would still be under 9
if you're
months.
doing the in-person,
Yeah.
the board and train most likely isn't necessary.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
it
we-
would be redundant. Like
Oh,
it would just
Hi, good
unless
job.
unless you do the board and train and you want me to
Earlier.
pick up where she's leaving off.
Right.
That's a bit different. But
Oh, you're getting bored.
typically if a client does one or the other, like they're good with one or
Okay.
the other.
So then we would just board at that point in
Yeah.
time. Cool. Then you
Not
have
to
the
like
sessions.
brag, but like I'm very good at what I do.
I
As
believe
long
you.
as you're doing the homework, you're gonna get great results. So if you do the in-person,
Yeah.
what's nice about it is that you learn more because it's you training your dog, or I train you to train your dog. You're gonna make mistakes, you
And then
come
you can
back, we review,
reinforce.
exactly, we address things. All the training is tied to you from the get-go because it is you doing the training, of course. The con to a board and train is that it's me doing the training, so the training's tied to me.
Right.
So then we have to transfer it. Now, transference is very high with e-collar training, but now there's a gap between what you know and what the dog knows, and we have to bridge that gap. So that's like the con to it.
And probably not necessary based off of what you're saying. How many, I was trying to remember what the packs were, but how many sessions would you
We
recommend?
do 3, 6, 9, and 12.
Okay.
If you're wanting her to be fully trained, like fully off-leash trained to the point where it's like you could travel with your dog,
Yeah.
that would be a 12. Okay. It's once a week for an hour. If you're doing a longer program like a 9 or 12, towards the end we begin to space the classes out.
That
Okay,
makes sense.
because you need time to apply everything, practice everything. We can advance.
And see what the gaps are.
Exactly.
and-
And plus, if you're advancing things to an off-leash level, you have to then go out of your way to like do training. And obviously, with life, work, social lives, things like that, you get sick.
Yeah,
You
we
can't
bump
practice.
it. Yeah.
Exactly. So I have clients where I'll tell them, okay, we're on class 9. Take your time, come back when you're ready, and I'll see them a month later. I'll see them
Yeah.
2 months later. Sometimes I even see them the next year in the summertime.
Okay,
And they're like, hey, this is where we're at. And I go, great, let's fix these things if there's any mistakes. And then they'll go off and they'll practice again for another month, and they'll come back for class 10, and so on and so forth until they're completed with their program.
Awesome.
Okay. The nice thing too about the 12-week is that with a younger pup, they do learn a little bit slower. Okay. So older dogs, adult dogs, I can pretty much just push them week by week. But sometimes with the pups, we have to slow things down a little bit. So that gives us time to push her, but not push her too fast where we're stressing her out too
Yeah,
much.
she has anxiety.
Exactly. Okay.
That's a good stick.
In terms of being able to travel with her, like flying with her and stuff like that, they have become more strict about dogs on airplanes. So you could technically still fly with your dog. They just go into what's called the cargo area, right? Which I personally I'm not a fan of. A lot of clients are not a fan of. But the dog can fly with you as a service dog. Now, if you're looking for that requirement, you do need a doctor's note. She does need to learn service dog tasks. There are things that I can teach that are within my wheelhouse. I've done it several times before.
Okay.
I had one client actually who'd been training his dog for 6 years for reactivity. No progress. Okay. They're going to Spain. They need to fly with the dog. They didn't want to put her in the cargo area. So they did a 2-week boarding training with me. And in those 2 weeks and in the month of them doing follow-ups, they flew to Spain, no problem.
Oh, wow.
Reactivity done after 6 years of trying to work on it, right? But they were very good and diligent about the homework and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, cool.
But they did they got the doctor's note. I wrote them a letter saying this dog is a trained service dog, so on and so forth. Obviously, they had done plenty of work on their own time in those 6 years.
Perfect.
Yes. So, because recently, before you would just say, "Oh, my dog's a service dog," pretty much no one would question it as long as your dog
Put a
is
vest
behaving.
on.
Exactly.
Move
Now
on.
they've gotten stricter and they require a letter, and usually I'm the one that has to fill it out.
Got it.
And it'll say something like, if you lie, this is against federal law, blah 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 blah.
Right.
So yeah, so we have to make sure we just have all our boxes crossed off. As long as you do the homework and everything's good, I go, okay, cool, I can sign off on it because that is my name that I'm putting on that paper, and you're good to travel with your dog as a service dog.
Perfect.
Okay. So within the 12 weeks, we should be able to get all of that done.
Okay.
Questions on any of that?
Well explained. No questions.
One,
I guess from a pricing lens.
Yes.
How much is the 12 weeks?
I think the 12 off the top of my head
Yeah.
is $22.50.
Okay, cool.
The e-collar that I'd recommend for her is it's $340-ish with tax. You get a 10% discount through us, which drops it down to about $305-ish with tax all in. Okay. It's a very reliable brand. I've been working with them for years. It's the best brand in my opinion. They last for a really long time. I had my personal e-collars, my first batch, for about 10 years before they crapped out, and then I had to replace them. Yeah. So as long as you're taking care of them, they last a really long time. Nothing to worry about.
That was so
No,
funny.
you're fine.
What kind of
Waterproof as
dog
well.
do you have?
We have 3.
Oh.
So we have my wife's Great Pyrenees, my Pit Lexi, and then our Chihuahua Poncho. Yeah, and they're all e-collar trained, including my 8-pound Chihuahua. Yeah. They're 16 now,
honestly.
my Pit and my Chihuahua. So I'm not as strict. They're kind of retired now. But my wife's dog is she's a young buck, so she's.
Oh, are you getting annoyed with us, Penny? Come on.
One thing to keep in mind is through the training, we do expect to see stress responses. Okay, it can look like anxiety, it can look like fear, it can look like panting, all that stuff. It's all normal. Okay, it's not the tool making the dog anxious or fearful. That's their stress response, right?
That's what's supposed to happen.
So then once we work them through it, we actually start to build their confidence and build their tolerance for stress. It's counterintuitive, but because people are always thinking like, well, how does this quote unquote bad thing make the dog more confident?
It's like the Marines having to sit at the bottom of a pool.
Exactly.
I don't know why I thought of that.
No, but you are correct. Like that's why they push them to those limits, because they know they have to potentially experience extreme situations, right? So same thing for the dog. The other thing is, like, let's say you're at the park, you're enjoying your off-leash freedom with your dog. Maybe somebody blows up a random firework here. This is the most common thing that happens to people, and it scares your dog. If you've never worked your dog through stress, good luck returning your dog.
Yeah.
With e-collar, throughout the years, I've had clients experience this situation, and they were all able to return the dog because of the e-collar being able to override the stress of the firework. Okay, and those are things that we cover as well in the training, because it's not just I train my dog and everything is great. Like I train you also, like when things go south, this is how you work through it to regain control of your dog.
It makes sense.
So it's very logical. Once you start the process, like we start low, we work our way up. If she does great at like a 25, then we're at 25. If she ignores everything, like example, I worked with a dachshund this morning who bites the owners, and he's 12 years old, and we started at 15 and we ended at 75. And at 75,
he just was ignoring. Yeah,
at 75, he finally started to respond to the collar and stop the aggression. And I was like, yep, so this is about what I expect, because he's 12 years old, and also he's going under stress, so it makes sense that his note level is going to be higher. But I trained their other dogs, so they're completely fine with it. But these are things that I tell clients to kind of paint a picture, because people, I think, because of positive reinforcement training, just have this kind of like, oh, everything's gonna be fun and like treats and stuff. And it's not that it's bad. It's that if the dog's going under stress, it could look bad, but if we don't work through it, we don't really make any progress. We don't build that reliability. But I've been working with e-collars my entire career. It's why it's my go-to tool.
That makes sense.
One of the most common questions I get is, when does the e-collar go away? And in my book, when you need it, it doesn't. Meaning, if you're gonna be here at the park, you should have it on. Does it mean that you're always pressing the button? No. It just means that if a firework goes up, a car backfires, a siren spooks her, you have the ability to regain control, because these are things that we can't predict, right? Let's say you're on a plane. Maybe the plane engines kind of stress her out because she's never been on the plane before. Well, with the collar, you still have the ability to keep her under control, because it's going to override the stress of the sound of the engines.
That makes sense.
Okay. Every situation is different. The more you expose her to the stress now, especially because she's young, the better she's going to be at tolerating it as she gets older. Typically with puppies, people want to shield them from stress. They treat them kind of as babies and infants, and it keeps them weak. It doesn't allow them to learn how to tolerate and handle stress.
I really wish Nick was here. Or I need to cover the mic on that.
No, you're fine.
It'll be good for him to come to the next one. No problem with that. Even like the little things of like, I'm gonna put my hands in her face and like, do stuff so she doesn't react and nibble or bite. You're getting all twisted. But yeah, we're good. I'm not.
So you're the tough one of the two of you?
I think he's an excitable person.
Sure.
So like.
Has he had dogs before?
Like poorly trained.
Okay.
Like his parents' dogs, like, it's not anybody's fault per se, but like Thanksgiving dinner and dishes are being put away in the dishwasher, and the dog like is going for some leftover food, sees a hand, bites, grandpa has to go to the hospital. Yes. Well, and like jumpy. So I think they just are a little bit more like laissez-faire about it. But I also think, in fairness, his family lives in the suburbs, has a big yard, fenced in, very little like stimulation most of the time. Whereas like when you live downtown, there's the socialization aspect, there's having to use the restroom on the street, there's who knows what like the kids in our neighborhood are gonna like do, from fireworks to something else too.
No, for sure. Yeah, usually with people with yards also, like they consider that the exercise, right? It's like, go outside, and like it's not. It's just a dog in the yard. Walking is exercise. Even dog park stuff to me is not exercise. It's excitement, it's play, it's affection, right? Letting your dog have fun. But going on an hour-long, you have to walk with me and pay attention and not pull me, is structured exercise. That is very beneficial.
Sitting before crossing, being able to change directions quickly, being able to heel. So and, I mean he definitely wants to, like, we're on the same page about this too, and he was like, I forgot I had the dentist. And I was like, it's okay, don't worry. And what else?
Is there any, so we cover sit, stay, down, come, place, heel. So 6 commands.
Wait. That was so, sit, stay, down, come.
Place, heel.
I don't know. That seems good.
That's usually, I call it the family pet 6.
What else
Those
would you
6
need?
commands allow you to do like pretty much everything with your dog.
Like, I don't really like, she doesn't need to be doing tricks, roll over.
No, I mean, I could, but what we want is obedience.
Sick. I think that's perfect.
And then
do you say down?
Yeah, or if you have a different cue like lay, like that's fine.
Okay.
And so if you have different cues
like
to what I use, we would just change them to your cue.
I don't care, whatever you want. I was thinking of the ones you said, and the only other thing I could think of for a little bit of a bigger dog is if she kind of pops up,
off.
Did you say off?
I actually, when we correct behaviors, I'm not a big fan of using cues.
Okay.
The reason is they become cues, a cued behavior.
Yeah.
So technically speaking, if she jumps on you and you say off, which means get off, right? The dog learns, I can jump on you until you give this cue.
Right.
Where ideally, with the larger dog especially, we want the dog to learn that jumping just is not
an option.
Period, right?
Yeah, because then you just become, you're always correcting the bad behavior instead of preventing it from ever happening.
Correct. Now, let's say for Nick, right?
Yeah.
Let's say he likes the jumping. He can have it by invite, that's fine. But then he would have to have a cue to tell her, now I need you to remove
Yeah.
yourself. So then it makes sense to then teach the off. And,
Right.
and actually,
Maybe we do that.
we may actually have to do that also because for the surface dog training,
Yeah.
she needs to perform a task. The easiest task there is to
here.
teach is what's called it's a pressure sensory, I believe it is, which is like a fancier sounding term. What that means is pressure is used a lot to help calm people with anxiety. So, for example, I've had a few.
Like if she like can sense if my heart rate or whatever, like my anxiety is going up.
Cues exactly.
Perfect.
And
That would be great for us.
Typically, we go by visual cues like leg shaking or like a patting on your knees, stuff like that. And then because she'd know those physical cues, you would need a verbal cue to tell her, okay, at this time you've done your job, you now need to remove yourself. Okay? It's very simple to teach. I can't get as complex as she'll recognize your heart rate and then jump on you. But things like, shaking your leg, patting your knees, even a verbal cue like up, very simple to teach. And is the easiest thing to pass for service dog.
Yes.
She a big chewer at home?
If invited.
Okay.
Or
She doesn't shoot furniture or anything like that?
if she wants attention a little bit. Like the only time she's chewed something that wasn't provided and supposed to be that was she needed to go outside and I was sitting in my chair working and she was like, hey, buddy,
Yeah.
I have needs.
Okay.
So,
Because she's at the chewing stage
yeah.
now.
But we have, the Kong, we have some stuff for teething, or not even teething, for chewing.
Do you leave it out all the time or do you put it away?
No, put it away.
Perfect.
And usually we freeze
The Kong.
the Kong.
Peanut butter or something like that.
Yeah. Next time I'm coming here, I need to put on bug spray also.
Are you getting bit?
I'm getting like terrorized.
Oh, wow. I haven't
No,
gotten bit
you
once.
won't get bit when you're next to me. Like we were with not Penny, but Nick and I were with my family in Vermont, and they were like laughing because we're on a hike, and I'm like, the mosquitoes, and everyone's like, I haven't had a single bite, and I'm like, you never will when you're next to me.
That's crazy.
They say it's like blood type or something too.
Because I was in the suburbs last weekend for my son's birthday.
Yeah. Oh,
And I
how
came back.
old?
He just turned 2. It's so fun right now.
So cute.
And then we just found out my wife's expecting her. We're expecting her second now.
Congratulations,
Thank
Penny.
you so much. But yeah, I got bit and I've been sitting here this whole time and I haven't gotten a single bite. Wow.
Yeah. But
Typically, there's usually enough mosquitoes here, which is interesting.
No, if there's one, they got me. I'm not worried. Don't stress. Cool.
Other questions?
No questions. Do you need to go to the bathroom?
No, I think she's just curious.
She's done with us standing around, is what she is.
One of the perks of training with us is like as in November.
Penny, there's like some stuff on the ground.
Let's say you have to board her, right?
Yeah.
I don't think, especially if you're doing a 12, you won't need a board and train.
Okay, perfect.
You could just board her. So
Okay.
any dog that's trained with us is more than welcome to board with us.
Oh, good.
They don't have to attend weekly daycare like other dogs.
Boop. Come on.
We will, of course, lead our vaccinations and stuff when the time comes, and then we require a clear fecal, ideally a
sense.
week before.
Okay.
What can happen, and actually this just happened again for the second time, is where we get a clear fecal, and then the parasites are in the incubation period, so the fecal doesn't catch it. So the week between is meant to give time for that to happen. But literally this morning, my employee was like, oh,
Yes.
Taco's got worms, and sent me the video.
Taco.
And I checked his last fecal, and it was a month ago. So sometime between last month and then now,
It can happen.
he ate something. So yeah, so you won't have to worry about that. If she's due for fecal in a month or so, my suggestion is like you can just save yourself the money and just wait till she's got a board.
Okay.
Because really, there's no point to it unless like you notice something wrong with her poops, like excessive diarrhea, stuff like that.
She has like soft serve poops right now, but I think puppy plus stress, with it's only been 2 weeks here.
What is she eating currently?
Just the kibble that she had from.
Do you know the brand? They just give you the kibble like that?
It's whatever kibble she had at Right Way for continuity. But I can take a picture.
Yeah, if you know, so because it could be the food. Because really, at 2 weeks in, like she should be fairly settled in with you guys. Typically, it takes a dog 2 weeks to a month.
We noticed it was getting better, and then we left for the day, and it was the 4th of July, and now but it's like soft serve. It's not like That's the best texture I can describe.
No,
it
yeah,
as.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. I'd give it 2 to 3 more days.
Okay, and then see.
It should clear up by then. I mean, it makes sense that it could be stress related in that regard.
Well, let's see. Maybe she'll.
And then I would, if you still would like to send us the food that she's on.
Oh, yeah.
Because it could also be the food.
Okay, cool.
And
what's the best way? Do you typically communicate with your clients between sessions, or typically like recommend we just take notes and bring them to the next time that we see you?
Yeah, so like let's say we
Like if
do
something
class
comes up.
1, right?
Yeah.
And then you get my email. Email's the best way to contact me. So if you had any questions, you just shoot me an email.
Okay.
And then since I record the sessions, I send them to you as well. So then you have them as a reference in the future if needed. You know.
Perfect.
So that also helps out a lot. It's solved a lot of couple disputes in the past. Where one person's like, Jesse didn't say that. Like, yes, he did. And they're like, just watch the video.
Watch the recording.
Yeah, there you go. So that's it. That's the end all be all to that.
Oh, good.
But yeah, I can give any food recommendations. If she's already on the good food, it may be the protein that she's on. If they noted that she had firm poops at the rescue, then possibly, as you noted, stress related. And 4th of July makes sense, but we're already on the 11th.
Yeah.
So that should have already been.
Kind of passed.
Yes.
Fair enough. Cool. I don't have any other questions. Is there anything you want to see with Penny today?
Nope. I've already seen, yep. She seems like a good pup. Keep in mind that puppies do have...
Regression?
Not regression. They have...
Teenage years?
To a degree. 6 months and a year and 2 years are when we expect to see personality shifts.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, at 5 months, she's looking pretty good. She's already starting to settle a little bit, you know. Everything looks like a complete normal puppy. All the stuff you've told me sounds like a good normal puppy. Trust me, if there was going to be an issue right now, like you would know, okay, and I would know as well. But yeah, 6 months, a year, and 2 years are when we expect to see any kind of personality shifts. But if you're starting early, we can get all those things addressed now instead of waiting for it to develop into a bigger problem. So you're well ahead.
Oh.
Typically, Tina will reach out.
Okay.
I send her my recommendations. And then if you want to expedite things, if you send her both you and Nick's, yours and Nick's availability, she cross-references your calendars with my calendar.
Okay.
And then she goes, these are the times where you guys line up.
Perfect.
You guys pick your time. And that would be your time for whatever length of time that you choose in terms of the program. If you have to reschedule, not a big deal. If you let us know outside of 48 hours, no big deal. We reschedule. If it's within 48 hours, we give
Like
everybody a
fee.
freebie.
Oh, that's really kind.
And then if it happens again, it does cost a lesson just because it's hard to move people around. And since I'm here, like I could be here with an hour gap and I'm just like nothing to do for an hour. So, but we give everybody a freebie. If they cancel within 48 hours, not a big deal because we understand things happen. You know, dogs get sick, people get sick, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But all scheduling related stuff, rescheduling related stuff is all directed towards Tina. Any training type question stuff is directed towards me. Okay.
Cool. Easy. Well, you made this so easy. I have literally no questions. Oh, sorry, Penny. Oh, you're probably so hungry. It's lunchtime.
How much does she eat a day?
We had her on 2 cups 3 times a day.
Okay.
She's starting to not eat all of it.
Okay. So 6 cups in total?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you can start, because as they get bigger, they do start to eat less.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming the food they gave you is like a puppy type food?
Yeah. I truly have not. I don't think I looked at the bag.
The bag should say for puppies, or it might say all life
I'm
stages,
sure.
something like that. So then if you could just track her food, she might be down to 5 cups. You know, just watch her weight as long as she's not losing weight or anything like that.
Yeah.
Dogs are pretty good. Like she looks good to me. Like all of this looks good.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Because her ribs should look kind of like the back of your hand here, right?
Yeah.
It shouldn't look like this. This is, of course, would be too skinny there if it looks like a bare knuckle. It should look like when your hand is stretched out like this, and it should feel like that.
Makes
so from
sense.
eyeballing it, she looks the perfect weight. She's got the nice little dip in her hips there. All that looks perfect.
She definitely has like maybe gone up 5 pounds since we got her.
Mm-hmm. She looks good though. Like they're gonna put on weight, especially if when she hits her height, like she's at
only
that
60
stage.
to 80 pounds.
I think, yeah.
You little.
I don't think she's gonna be that tall.
Little.
But she could have a growth spurt, so it can happen. But I'm looking at her paws and everything.
Yeah.
So, but she'd be a good size.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, easier to manage in some regards. Come on. Oh, you're over this, aren't you? Cool. Is there anything else that you wanted to cover for today? I don't know if I had it. I know I didn't really come with any questions, but you did such a good job explaining everything.
Yeah, everybody has pretty much the same questions, and I've been doing this for 16 years now, so like I already know.
And I think it's a lot easier when you have referrals. So
Yeah.
like, you know.
Because the biggest thing is usually around the e-collar.
E-collar.
Yeah.
But I have no qualms about the e-collar. And again, it's not electrocution, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Once people realize like, oh, it's like a miniaturized TENS unit, I'm like, yes, pretty much. It's just the notion of like, oh, you know, it might be a electric shock or something. Like, no, not at all. It's just, that's what the Google, you know, people want you to think, because then you're not going to want to use this tool, obviously. But it's the best training tool because it gives you on and off leash control. Once she's trained, like, it's pretty much training for life.
Yeah.
As long as you keep up with everything.
Yes.
They never forget it. Even if you go a year without using it and you come back and revisit it a year later, she won't forget it. She'll be a little sloppy, but everything will tighten right back up as soon as you start enforcing it again.
And we would just need to buy that. Wow. Oh, Penny, this can't be good for you or me. But we would just need to buy it before our first session.
Yeah, so we carry them.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Tina would let you know. Now, if you want to get it somewhere else, that's perfectly fine. I don't care. I just care that you do get the correct model.
Yeah.
But if you get it through us, it is 10% off. And then as a client, you get 10% off all our retail, including food, or any future stuff you may need.
Come on. Yes.
That's a nice little perk, so.
Okay, perfect. Well, we can, we'll coordinate with Tina.
Yes.
Then I guess the purchasing, I'm sorry, Penny.
Hey, sweetie.
Who's that? Cares not? Got some major sniffing to do. Oh, joyous.
No, she looks to be very sweet.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've seen a
Like
lot of
so
puppies.
easy.
And I've seen a lot of bad puppies.
Oh, come on. Oh, really? Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I mean, whatever her life looked like those first 4 months before going to the shelter must have been. Come on, come on. Penny, come on. Yes. Can I say hi to Jessie? Can I say hi to Jessie? Look at those wags.
Yeah. So you see how she approached me, but she wasn't like over exuberant?
Oh yeah, she could care less.
Yeah. That's actually good.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's actually
About
good.
me too.
Because people expect like the, yes, and I go, it's not, like it's
Unless
bad
it's-
behavior.
yeah.
It's not, it's inappropriate. Like technically it's friendly, but like if they knock someone down, especially if they're a big dog, like they can cause harm
Or
that
like
way.
in the future, you know, you have kids,
Yes,
We don't
that's a
have
big
kids
one.
right now at home, but in her lifespan, hopefully will. Oh, you said this is my area. My
Anything else I can
scent.
help you with?
No, nothing at all.
All right.
This was so easy. We're excited.
And thank you for pushing back. I forgot there's a farmer's market now, so finding parking here can be
No, we're gonna have. Who knows how long it'll take her and I to get back to the car.
you're gonna just walk in, like let her do her thing?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. It's a beautiful day.
Wow.
I'm probably gonna come back with my son. So
Really?
Yeah.
You guys live close?
we used to live on Webster and
yeah.
Clifton.
Oh,
Yeah,
gorgeous.
but now we are right by the on the west side by the facility. We're at the facility. Yeah.
Well,
We
that
have a
makes it
living space
easy for
upstairs.
you.
Yeah. Especially
Cool.
like when my wife was pregnant, like having to drive back and forth between Lincoln Park and the
That can be a
Garfield
lot.
Park. Yeah. So.
No, I think this was great. I really appreciate all the information, and we'll work with Tina for scheduling. I think that 12 and the service dog training is 90%, right?
Yep.
10% meaning my fiance's confirmation. But
Yep.
Penny, what's that? His backpack? But
And
I
if
think
you'd like,
that's
we can send you the link too if you wanted to share it.
Come on.
To him if
Sure.
he wants to like see it. Yeah, it's not a problem at all.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Should I give you? Do you want this mic back? I'm
Yes,
assuming.
I'll grab that from you.